Hi everybody, it's Emma Etheridge here from Wedding Biz Bootcamp. So we are talking a bit about your targets and your planning for 2016, and I want to help you to get some targets and some goals in place that will actually work for you and will actually grow your business and move it forward. But before we get into 2016, over the next couple of days, I would love you to think about some of the things that you have done in the past year. And I've got 6 questions that I would love you to answer. Again, feel free to comment below on this video or keep it private and just grab your notebook or open that Word document and just type away and just get this out of your head. Because for 2015, you need to close it off. You need to look at what worked and you need to figure out what didn't work. So that in 2016, you can start to repeat what worked and you can tweak and test things that didn't. So the 6 questions I have for you. The first question is to ask you, what did you do this year? What was it that worked for you? What have you achieved? And here we just want positive things. You know, in our own businesses, it's so easy just to think, oh, I've not achieved what I wanted to achieve this year. And you get into this negative mind space. But no, you need to be positive. You need to think about what you have achieved this year, what tasks you've done in your business that have grown your business. It might be that you have created a new website or that you've started a new service or a new product. It might be that you started your business and you have built your business. You've got your Facebook page, you've got some social media platforms up and running. The smallest of things, regardless of whether you are just starting out, it may well be that you've only been in your wedding business for a couple of months. And that is fine. Think about what you've achieved in that time. It may be that you're a bit more mature in your wedding business and you have been in business for a couple of years. Think back at what you've achieved this year from a positive perspective. Think and appreciate, be grateful for what you have actually achieved. The second question I then want you to ask yourself is, what hasn't worked? And this doesn't need to be a negative response. Every single year we will learn things in our business. I know I have learned things in my business this year which will help me for next year. Regardless of how super duper successful entrepreneurs are or wedding business owners or any business owner, there are lessons every single year that people learn that will help them grow the right way the following year. The key thing is identifying what those lessons were so you don't repeat them and so that you remember what worked for you and you remember what didn't work for you. So write down what didn't work for you. It might be that you've tried some things in your business that have either been totally unprofitable, that have wasted your time, or that have just not worked well for you. You know, they've caused you stress, they've caused you anxiety. Those are the things you don't want to be doing in your business. So think about what you did in 2015 that didn't work for you. The third question that I want you to answer is, what were your weak points in your business? What bits do you want to improve? Every single business has things that they want to improve, even the ones that from an outside point of view look sus, they look sorted, they look like they've got it all under control. Even those businesses will have things that they consider to be weak points and things that they consider to be, you know, things that they want to improve on. So think from your business and think critically of what are the weak points in your business. It might be that your website needs a bit of a refresh or needs a total overhaul. It might be that there's a couple of pages on your website that need an overhaul, not the entire thing. It might be that you need to find yourself a space within your home to work from. It might be that you've been flitting between task and task and you need a bit more of a plan as to what you're going to achieve this year. It might be that you have just done things in your business, or you have products or services which just aren't working for you now, and you consider those to be the weak points from 2015. So spend some time thinking about the weak points in your business So when you've identified those, you can then start to prioritise what is most important for 2016 going forward. The fourth question I would like to ask yourself is, what did you sell this year? What were your top sellers? If you are new to the wedding industry, it may be that you are yet to make any sales, or that you're yet to get any bridal bookings, but still think about what products and services you have that are open for sale, and take a look at them and think whether they're fit for purpose, whether they're actually what brides and grooms want. If you've been in your wedding business for a while, then have a look at what are the big sellers. Are there particular things or products or services that you offer that get sold far more, or that you have seen an increase in the sales of them? And look at those and think, right, how can I maximize this next year? Look at the sales of things that you thought would do well that haven't quite done well. You know, is it that the product and service just isn't positioned correctly? Or it might be that it's just not something that brides and grooms want. So have a look at what has sold for you. The fifth question I would love you to ask yourself is where your sales and your leads have come from this year. So where have you actually had your bookings from? It might be through your website, it might be through your Pinterest page, or through wedding fairs, or word of mouth. Think about where your physical sales have come from. So the sales that you have had, the bookings that you have made, what is the source of those? Where have they come from? Because that will help you to plan out for 2016 where to spend the focus, where to spend the money and the investment. The sixth question I would love you to answer is, what marketing has worked for you? What have you tried in your business this year that has given returns? And by this, it has to be something you have been doing consistently. Because if you've tried, let's say for example, sending a newsletter, and you've sent one newsletter and you suddenly expect all these bookings to come on the back of it, you can't say that that has been unsuccessful for you, because if you've only sent one, you haven't invested any effort to try and make it work for you. You need to look at what marketing you have done on a consistent basis. It may well be that you haven't actually done much consistent marketing, which may be the reason you haven't quite had as much of a successful year as you would like. It might be that you've tried lots of different things, but you've tried them a bit kind of haphazardly, and you've done them for a bit and then you've kind of given up on them because they haven't given any returns. And please don't feel guilty if that is you, because I am sure that there is quite a lot of people watching this video that are going, yeah, that's me. I've been doing bits and bobs all over the shop. So you are not alone, but consistency is definitely key. That is what gets you the traction, and traction is what gets you the bookings. So before we start to think about 2016 and what targets and goals to put in place, close off 2015. Look at what has worked for you, what you've achieved. Be grateful for what you've achieved and acknowledge your own achievements. Look at what hasn't worked. Look at where your sales have come from, and look at what marketing has worked for you, because this will help you to build a plan for 2016 that is going to actually work for you and actually give you those returns back. So answer those questions, either come into the Facebook group or the group here, and comment below as to what your key lessons are, what your key learnings are from 2015. Or if you want to keep it private, but please do it, because it will really help you. So let me know if you have any questions, and I shall see you really soon. Take care. Bye bye.